Yeah. Okay. Hello, Benjamin. How are you doing?
Bueno, bueno, digo, buena, bien.
Very good. Don't worry, Benjamin. Okay, hello, Sophie. How are you doing? Today we are going to learn about a new inspiring story. Okay, so let's see what is this about. So today, welcome to the reading English class. Okay, so we are going to talk about Bill Gates. So you are wondering why did I put that video there? Because this is talking about a guy who was shy, who was not social, he was not going, but he has a very successful life, okay? So let me know, look at these pictures carefully. Tell me the meaning of these words, okay? Let's see. What about you, Benjamin? Influential. What do you think the meaning of this word is?
It's a person who motive to others for do something.
Very good. It's a leader. It's a person who does good things for the other people, and also the other people trust on that person. Very good, Benjamin. What about you, philanthropist, Sophie? What do you think is that? Can you see the picture there?
That the person gives a lot of money to the other people.
Okay, very good. It's a person who has a lot of money and help other people. Very good. What about revolutions, Benjamin?
Is a thing that is out of normal and have a lot of impact in the society.
Very good, very good, very good. Your concept is nice. Okay, what about you, Sophie? What about vision? What is that, the meaning for you, that word? Sophie, vision. What do you think is vision?
Because do you see more? The person.
Okay, very good. So probably vision is when we say that person has a vision, it's because that person that person has goals, okay, objectives, is working for something, okay, to get something. What about you, Benjamin? Entrepreneur, that is a really difficult word. Businessman is another word. What is that? What is that? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a person who put a business or a service for the other people.
Very good. Okay, very good. Let's see the next. Now, we are going to read something. We are going to read a text about Bill Gates. But first, we are going to remember, we have other classes during this week. We were talking about skimming and scanning. So we are going to remember this, okay? So pay attention to this. Okay, so here says that scanning is a reading technique to be used when we want to find a specific information quickly. Okay, you have to remember this, a specific information quickly. Okay. And also when you are using the scan technique, you have to have a question in mind. For example, if your teacher say, look for the adverbs in the text, your question is, What are the adverbs? So you have to look just for adverbs, okay? So you have to know what are you looking for, okay? So in this case, you don't need, in this case, you don't need to read everything. You don't need to read every single word. No, you just need to see the words that you need, the specific information that you are looking for. You don't need to read everything, okay? Okay, so practice scanning will help you to learn to skip over unimportant words. So that can help you to read faster. Okay, you have to remember, because when you are taking tests or something like that, you don't have a lot of time. And also when you are reading something, you have to be faster, okay? Okay, now we are going to do an exercise. You are going to look for the brand only for pizzas. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, here, sorry. So here, we have this. We have to look just for the pizza word, not for the Tropicana OG, no, just for the pizza ones, okay? Let me start again this. Now we are going to look for the pizza, the one that has the lower price, okay? The lower price, just the pizza ones, okay? Which one do you think is the pizza that has the lower price? Benjamin.
The Totino's pizza.
Very good. Let's see. Let's see. Very good. Very good. Okay, now skimming. Now skimming is, what is skimming? Do you remember what is that? When we want to skim something, let's see. When we want to skim something, it's a reading technique meant to look for main or general ideas without going into details. So you read fast and you say, oh, teacher, I know what is this reading talking about. This is about blah, blah. So you don't talk about details, okay? Okay, remember, when we are skimming, we have to read only words that will help us to get the sense of the text, the main idea of the text. Read the first sentence of paragraph carefully. Look at the beginning of each paragraph, okay? Usually the topic sentence is at the beginning. Skip some unimportant paragraphs. Read the last paragraph carefully. So the first and the last paragraph. And read the beginning of each paragraph, okay? Read quickly, please. broccoli is very good for health. That is the topic sentence. Okay? So now you know that the reading is talking about broccoli. What is saying? That broccoli is good for us. Very good, you guys. Take care about this. Do you remember this? We were talking about this the other class. So they are techniques that we have to remember when we are reading. Now, you have in your hands this paper, okay? So tell me, what do you think is the main idea of this text? Benjamin, what do you think is this text talking about?
About the the awards for Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. This text is talking about Bill Gates. Very good. Sophie, why do you think this story is inspirational?
I was experiencing I got hated.
Okay. So why? Why do you think? I mean, okay, when you are like a student, you know, you are a student and you have goals or visions for your life. So you think, you say, okay, I want to go to the university and then I want to work. I want to be a businessman, a business girl, and I want to have a lot of money for my family or something like that. But also you have to know how to do it. When we are actually later, we are going to read the whole story. You are going to see that Bill Gates, he was great, even though he was not outgoing. He didn't have a lot of friends, but he did have goals, and he worked very hard, okay? So Benjamin, what do you know about Bill Gates?
Is the creator for Windows.
Microsoft,
Microsoft.
very good, very good. What do you think we will learn in this class, Sophie? What do you think we are going to learn in this class?
The classes, the talk are much difficult.
Okay, things that could be difficult, but also we are going to learn a lot of things about Bill Gates, okay? Now we are going to watch the video. Please take notes of the most important information that you are going to listen, okay? And also read, because you are going to read and listen. Be careful, please. Pay attention.
Bill Gates was a shy and quiet boy who loved spending time in his room reading books for hours. And because he was small for his age, he was often bullied as a child. So he grew up as an introverted and antisocial kid. In high school, his original plan was to teach math, but that was until his friend Paul Allen convinced him to pursue a career in computer programming. So Bill Gates quickly took his advice and wrote his first computer program at the age of 13. But his parents were not happy. They had other plans for their child. They wanted him to pursue a law career. So to make his parents happy, he went to Harvard to study law. But he found himself spending more time on a computer than in class. And that was because he was really happy when he was coding. And on the other side, law was not something that excited him. So it was time for a bold move. He dropped out of Harvard University to pursue his dream and formed Microsoft with his childhood friend Paul Allen. But everything wasn't going perfect. At first, the company struggled financially. Some of their big clients went bankrupt. So Bill Gates faced many challenges and obstacles on his path to success. One of those challenges was Windows 1. Young Bill Gates predicted that after its release, Windows will be running on 90% of all computers, but he was wrong. Windows was received very poorly by critics, and only 10% of computers ended using it, and that was not even close to what Bill Gates was expecting. He was disappointed. It was a big setback, but also a stepping stone for Microsoft. After 2 years of hard work and long hours, Windows 2 was released. Big innovations were included. Microsoft Word and Excel were presented for the first time. So Windows became a huge commercial success and revolutionized the world. Finally, 90% of computers were using Windows. Bill Gates became a billionaire at the age of 31. And only 8 years later, he became the richest man in the world. And through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he has donated more than $45 billion. Bill Gates is one of the most successful people in the world, and there's a lot that can be learned from his success story. I'm not saying you should drop out of school and become the next Bill Gates. To be successful in life, you don't have to be a genius. Of course, that can't hurt, but whatever is important to you, do it with passion and have a vision. Whether it's a small business, getting a promotion, working from home, playing an instrument, sports, learning a new language, or even breaking records, like whatever, believe in yourself. And don't let failures discourage you. Even Bill Gates failed many times in his career. He couldn't predict everything, so he faced many obstacles and failures from the very beginning. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. He's extremely serious about the use of his time and hates the idea of wasting time. So stop procrastinating. Think about all the stupid, unnecessary things you're doing every day that keep you away from becoming great. And if you're suffering right now and you feel stuck and angry about where you are in your life, ask yourself one simple question and be honest. What ridiculous things have I been doing every day that are wasting my time and energy? Because if you really think about your daily habits, I bet you can find at least 5 things that you're doing right now that prevent you from pursuing your dreams. How many hours are you wasting every day? Think about it. How much closer could you get to achieving your goals if you only stopped wasting your time to meaningless and useless activities that give you momentarily happiness, but at the end of the day, actually make you unhappy? Plan your day ahead. Get up at the same time every day and organize your life. If you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. So, what's your story?
Okay, so let's talk about Bill Gates. What do you understand about this? Okay, what happened with Bill Gates at the beginning?
Are shy and was bullied.
Very good, he was very shy. He was a quiet boy, and also he was bullied from his classmates. And sometimes it is difficult to handle. Sometimes you can be bullied from your classmates because you are intelligent, because you always are working, and they are not. So they think that doing those things are for people that they don't like life, and that is not true. So as you can remember, okay, he was no get going guy. He was antisocial kid, but he wanted to be a teacher from story, biology, or math. Sophie.
What?
He wants to be a math teacher, but his friend, Paul Allen, say, no, don't work like that. We can work in computers. So at the age of 13, he wanted to be a computer guy, okay? But what happened? His father, he was a lawyer, and he wants him to study law. And he went to a Harvard University. So he was not a poor guy. He had money, okay? But did he like to study laws, Benjamin, or no?
No, he law is bored.
Okay, he was bored with law. He was spending more time with computers than studying law. So he said, no, And he said, I don't want to be a lawyer. So he dropped that profession. He was not studying anymore at Harvard University. And then what happened? What do you remember? What do you remember then? What happened?
He created Microsoft.
Very good. He created Microsoft. With whom? With Paul Allen, with his friend. But things were not easy for them. So can you read this? Some of their big clients went bankrupt. Do you understand what is bankrupt? Bancarrota. Okay? So they didn't have money. So how can they be clients of Bill Gates if they don't have money? So they have a lot of problems. And then he started with Windows 1. And he thought that everyone is going to use Windows 1, but no, just the 10% of the people were using it. So it was not like he thought. And then he started with Windows 2. And he put Word and Excel in that thing. Do you remember? And that was, you see, Windows will be running on 90% of all computers. Let's see what happened. So let me see. So Windows 2 was released, okay? And finally, 90% of computers were using Windows. So you see, so he was to work hard and a lot, okay? He became, 8 years later, he became the richest man in the world. But no, it was not easy for him, okay? So let's continue with the reading, okay? Now, we are going to read this by paragraphs, and then we are going to answer these questions, okay? So I'm going to read the first paragraph, then Benjamin is going to read the second, and the last one, the next one is going to read Sophie, okay? So, Success Story of Bill Gates by Mark Benson. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955. Remember that, in Seattle, in a family having rich business, political, and community service background. His great-grandfather was a state legislator and mayor. His grandfather was vice president of National Bank, and his father was a lawyer. Bill believed and achieved his goals through hard work. He also believes that if you are intelligent and know how to use your intelligence, you can reach your goals and targets. From his early days, Bill was ambitious, competitive, and intelligent. These qualities helped him to attain great position in the profession he chose. Also, Bill was deemed by his peers and his teachers as the smartest kid on campus. Bill's parents come to know their son's intelligence and decide to enroll him in a private school known for intensive academic environment. That was the most important decision in Bill Gates' life, where he was first introduced to computers. Bill Gates and his friends were very much interested in computers and formed programmers group. In 1968, being in this group, they found a new way to apply their computer skill in University of Washington. In the next year, they got their first opportunity in information science, INC, in which they were selected as programmers, ISI, information science, INC, agreed to give them royalties whenever it made money from any of the group's program. As a result of the business deal signed with information science, the group also became a legal business. Okay, Benjamin.
Ok, a ver, dice, Bill Gates and his close friend Allen formed a new company on their own travel data. They developed a small computer to measure traffic flow. Digo, from this project, they earned around 20,000 dollars. The era of travel data came to an end when Gates left the college. Upon graduating for Lakeside, Bill enrolled in Harvard University in 19, ¿cómo es? 1973, one of the best universities in the country. He didn't know what to do, so he enrolled his name for pre-law. He took a standard freshman course, with the exception of signing up for one Harvard's toughest mathematics course. He did well over there, but he couldn't find it interesting too. He spent many long nights in front of the school computer and the next day asleep in class. After leaving school, he almost lost himself from the world of computers. Gates and his friend Paul Allen remained in close contact even though they were away from school. They would often discuss new ideas, came close to him so that could follow some of their ideas. That summer, they got a job in Honeywell. Allen kept pushing Bill for opening a new software company.
Okay, Sophie, thanks. Benjamin.
With a year Bill Gates dropped out from Harvard, they had formed Microsoft. Microsoft Vision is a computer on every desk and Microsoft software on every computer. Bill is a visionary person who works very hard to achieve his vision. His belief in high intelligence and hard work has put him here he is today. He does not believe in mere look a good race, but because their work and competitive builds a microphone good competition for other software companies, and he will continue to stomach challenge the competition until he does. He likes to play the game of rights and the game of war domination. His beliefs are used so powerful which have helped him squash his weight and his monopoly in the industrial.
Okay, very good. So Bill Gates is not a greedy person. In fact, he is quiet, giving person when it comes to computers, internet, and any kinds of funding. Some years back, he visited Chicago Einstein Elementary School and announced grants benefiting Chicago's schools and museums, where he donated a total of 110,000 bunch of computers and provide internet connectivity to a number of schools. Secondly, Bill Gates donated $38 million for the building of a computer institute at Stanford University. Such as the meaning of his name is Bill Gates, which means the gate of the money. Okay, now we are going to answer these questions. Okay. Who is writing this text? What is the meaning? What is the name of the person who is the author of this text?
Mark Benson.
Mark Benson, very good. Who did the author want to read this text? This text is for businessmen or maybe for students. What do you think?
Businessman.
Businessmen, and also
For
you
the
are
young people.
young people. Okay, very good. What is the author saying? He's talking about what? About Bill Bill,
In Bill Gates.
okay, Bill Gates' life. Okay, Bill Gates' life. Let's continue. Okay, now let's see this activity. When was Bill Gates born?
1955.
Okay, he was born in 1955. Very good. When was Microsoft started by Bill Gates? We are going to count some years, okay? Pay attention to this. Here in the text, it doesn't say. But let's see here. In 1973, okay, he went to Harvard University. And then he was there for a while, okay? And then he dropped the classes. After he dropped the class, can you see here? He dropped the class. Then he formed Microsoft. So was around 1975, okay? How old was he when he founded Microsoft?
Don't say.
It doesn't say, but we can do something. Vamos a restar, look at this. How old was he?
20.
20 years, very good. Where was Bill Gates raised in the United States? Where was he from? Seattle. Very good, Seattle. Was Bill Gates' father a lawyer?
True.
Okay, very good. So now, Benjamin, tell me the main idea of the first paragraph. What do you remember about this paragraph?
The start for Bill Gates' life.
Okay, he started talking about Bill Gates, how he started, okay? What was his friend and who was which were the interests of Bill Gates, okay? What about the second paragraph, Sophie?
I create Microsoft and wait.
Okay, in the third paragraph, we are reading that he created Microsoft. But in the second paragraph, what do you remember? What do you think is the general idea? What do you think is that? So you need to skim. Do you remember? When we are looking for this, we are scanning. But when we are looking for what do we understand about the paragraphs, we are skimming. Okay, what do you remember?
Microsoft.
Okay, and the second paragraph is talking about that he went to study in Harvard. Okay, but he didn't like that. He was spending more time in the computers of the university than studying. Okay, so he decided not to study law because he didn't like. And the third one, Benjamin, what happened in the third one and the last one? In here.
Talking about the qualities of Bill Gates.
Okay, and also talking about the company, Microsoft. Okay, he founded Microsoft. And the last part is talking about that he is a philanthropist, a guy with a lot of money who loves to help other people. Okay. Vamos a dejar de compartir para casi terminar. Muy bien, mis niños. Very good job. Okay. Can you tell me in a few words, what is the story about, Benjamin?
life of Bill Gates and the start of Microsoft
Company.
business and
Okay,
company.
big company. What about you, Sophie? What do you think is the main idea of it? Tell me a few words. What is this story about?
The technology, much money.
Technology. The technology produce money. Interesting thing. So you are going to think seriously about maybe studying computers. Okay. So I feel grateful for your help. So next class, we are going to talk about Bethany Hamilton. Okay. So if you want, you can read something in ahead about Bethany. Okay, this is a really interesting and inspirational story. Okay, do you have any questions, you guys? No? Did you understand everything? Okay, let me make a question. What is for you scanning, Benjamin? What do you remember about scanning?
Look for a specific thing.
Okay, look for a specific information. Skimming and scanning, you have to look quickly without stopping, not looking for details, scanning for specific information. And skimming, Sophie?
The general ideas.
Okay, for general ideas or main ideas. Okay, you guys. So see you next class, okay? Thanks a lot. Bye, you guys.
Listen.
Bye. Bye.